In the quiet town of Briarwood, there's a place the locals avoid after dark. An overpass where shadows seem to come alive. They call it the Phantom Overpass. It all began decades ago with a tragic accident. Evelyn Carter, a young woman full of life, was driving home late one rainy night. The roads were slick and visibility was poor. As she approached the overpass, something or someone seemed to appear in the middle of the road. Swerving to avoid it, her car veered off the road and crashed into the concrete pillars of the overpass. Evelyn didn't survive the night. Since that fateful night, eerie occurrences have been reported by those who dared to drive under the overpass after sundown. Motorists recount seeing a ghostly figure standing in the center of the road, just as Evelyn had seen. Some say the figure is drenched, as if caught in a perpetual rainstorm. One such story comes from a truck driver named Bill Henderson. On a foggy October night, Bill was driving his rig down the deserted highway. As he neared the overpass, he saw a woman standing in the middle of the road wearing a soaked dress. He honked his horn, but she didn't move. Desperate to avoid hitting her, he swerved sharply, nearly losing control of his truck. When he looked back, the road was empty. There was no sign of the woman. Shaken, Bill pulled over at the next rest stop. He couldn't shake the image of her hollow eyes and the way she seemed to dissolve into the mist. Another chilling tale comes from a local teenager named Sarah. One summer evening, Sarah and her friends decided to test the legend. They parked their car near the overpass and waited. At midnight, they saw her, the ghostly figure of a woman, her eyes hollow and her expression forlorn. The air grew icy cold, and a sense of dread washed over them. As they sat frozen in fear, the radio in their car suddenly crackled to life, playing a song from the era when Evelyn was alive. Panicked, they fled the scene, vowing never to return. Sarah later said it felt like Evelyn was trying to communicate, to tell them something important. The most unsettling encounter happened to a police officer named Tom Willis. Responding to a call about a stranded vehicle near the overpass, he found an abandoned car with the driver's door wide open. As he inspected the area, he felt a chill run down his spine. Turning around, he saw her, Evelyn, standing just a few feet away, her eyes locked onto his. She raised a hand as if to beckon him. In that moment, he felt an overwhelming sense of sorrow and fear. Without a second thought, he jumped into his patrol car and sped away. Later, Tom couldn't shake the feeling that Evelyn was trying to warn him of something lurking in the shadows. Locals believe that Evelyn's spirit is trapped, replaying the moments leading up to her tragic death, forever trying to avoid the inevitable. They say that the overpass is cursed, and those who see her are destined to experience misfortune. Some even claim that strange mechanical failures happen under the overpass, as if Evelyn's ghostly presence interferes with electronics. Despite numerous attempts to explain these sightings, the legend of the Phantom Overpass persists. Skeptics and believers alike agree on one thing: there's something undeniably eerie about that stretch of road. The town's history is filled with unexplained accidents and sightings that defy logic. Researchers have tried to debunk the stories, but every investigation ends with more questions than answers. Next time you find yourself driving through Briarwood at night, beware of the overpass. If you see a ghostly figure standing in your path, think twice before swerving. It might just be Evelyn Carter trying to warn you of the fate that awaits. And if you do see her, remember, she's not there to harm you, but to keep you from sharing her tragic fate.